Hey everybody, Rambles here, and welcome back to Pantheon Rise of the Fallen and our human Paladin's journey. Thank you guys very much for clicking on the video and choosing to join me here in Terminus today. I really do appreciate it, and I hope everybody is doing well. We have a couple of foraging quests to do. We've got some main quests to do, some side quests. And ultimately, let's just run around a little bit, get into some fights, we'll harvest some stuff, and we'll just go from there. We could try to take on this normally sized flitterwing bat and see what it does to us. Let's rest to full HP first before we do that. I'm really getting the idea that having this self-heal ability is going to let us take on many combat situations that we probably wouldn't on another class. Because sometimes it seems like without the heal, we could either get killed or just get really low by the end of the fight. Oh, look at that. Here's another maple tree. We need to cut this down. This is only the second harvestable tree that I found. I also see some ore over here we need. Oh, looks like dude beat us to the ore. Guess I should have expected as much. We need foxes for foxtails. Not sure what's happening to the deer. Seems to be a little bit stuck. The young foxtail, I'm pretty sure that's what we need to make the paintbrush for the one quest. As I thought, we are actually full on inventory. We're going to head back to town. We're going to sell some stuff. I think it was like 14 silvers we needed to buy a shield. Maybe it was 17. I would like to equip a shield as soon as we can. I'm assuming that means we would just take less damage. We only really need the torch out at night. Alright, so let's sell some stuff. The potatoes I need for a quest. The azurite ore I need, but the coal I don't need. Foxtail I'm pretty sure I need. Maple log, I don't think I need this, do I? No, we're on another quest now. So I can sell that. That gets us to 13 silver, which is not quite enough. But we are going to get this shield. Eventually. We have a quest for boar meat, but I haven't seen any of the boars actually drop meat. We've skinned some of them for hides, but that's been about it. feel like we're going in a direction that we haven't been in. I haven't fought any grass snakes yet. We're heading northeast now. And I'm pretty sure town is back to the southwest. Wherever we are, there's lots of low-level enemies here. Kind of wish I'd have found this little area earlier. We've got some kind of building or structure and some ruins over here we should investigate. We've got some wild vegetables over here. We need these because we need one more potato for our collection quest. Ah, that's an elite. Shadowy Maven. She's got a chevron next to her name. So we probably don't want to get any closer. So we got thugs here too. These guys are all in the same guild. They're probably grouped up. So this might not be an area that we can tackle solo, unfortunately. I would love to see what's in the house. But it's probably not a great idea. Well, that group pulled this mob out of here, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to loot the wild vegetables. Maybe we get our last potato. I will say with some of the enemy models, I especially noticed it with the fox. Oh god, did we aggro this guy? Oh, not yet. With some of the character models... Oh god, we did aggro. Hold on. Let me see if I can get out of here. With some of the enemy models, they really stand out because compared to our character model, they have more of like a cartoony style to them. And our character definitely has an art style. Like, the characters have a specific art style. But it's not the same or very similar to some of the enemy models that we go up against. That's something I've noticed. And they're not all like that. Like, the spiders fit in with the art style pretty well. The rats and stuff are fine. But sometimes, like, the foxes, they really stand out for some reason to me. I keep hitting M as if by hitting M over and over again, I'm going to open some map that doesn't exist. I do think that having an in-game map is a great idea. Because I think what happens anyway is the community makes maps. And so all that necessitates is that I find the community-made map and I have it open constantly on my second monitor. And if everyone's gonna have to seek an outside resource, in my opinion, from a game development perspective, that's the time to put the resource in the game. Like, you don't have to have a character marker on the map. Outward did this best when it comes to having an immersive map. Because you got a map of each zone with some key locations marked, because, you know, a map will typically have key locations marked on it, but you didn't have a character indicator. So you had to look around and navigate and figure out, you know, oh, I'm looking at the mountain, it's to my north, so I'm to its south, and then you had to use the map, you know, like a person might use a map. And I feel like since community maps are going to come about anyway, everyone's going to have them open on their second monitor in a tab somewhere. Like, just put a map in the game. Make a beautiful looking map. Maybe you have to purchase it. Maybe you have to do a quest to get it. Maybe it's very expensive. But put zone maps into the game. Just don't put the character marker on them. You're a general vendor. What do you sell? Flask of water, milk, so food. You got some basic harvesting tools, antidote, cloth bandages. Able to cure 1 stack of light bleed. A fancy skinning knife. Well, that sounds nice. A leather satchel, a 10-slot bag. 21 silver. Let's sell some stuff. We have enough for that shield. We need to find the people who sell the weapons. This is not it. There we go. Okay. Trainees round shield. 3 armor, 235 block rating. 20 block value. Classes warrior, cleric, paladin, ranger, and shaman. Maybe I'm making a terrible mistake, but we're gonna try it out. There we go. That's pretty awesome. It's a pretty big shield for a training shield. I like it. Of course, now it's dark out, so now we're gonna probably have to have our torch on if we want to go do anything. It's so weird. Whenever we do any abilities, the shield and the sword disappear. It's gotta be like a known bug. I have to imagine they don't intend for your weapons to completely vanish whenever you cast an ability. I'm kind of curious whether every class is like that swings a weapon, or if it's something specific to the Paladins. I don't know what kind of weird graphical thing was happening there. That was very strange. That was very strange. We'll just ignore it and pretend like everything's going to be fine. What do we have going on over here? Small dusk bats. Okay, let's see what they got. And that is level 4. The problem is we're not going to have the money to buy our level 4 ability because I blew all of our money on this sweet shield. That's going to be the only problem. So either way, we'd have to grind for a bit. A Nightbane Toad. A Nightbane Toad sounds deadly. Yeah, I think we want to leave those alone. Maybe. Well, let's see it. Well, we're able to do some damage to it, so maybe we're okay here. There's a small chance that I've gotten a little bit lost. A small chance. We've aggroed a couple of skellies. This is the first time I fought more than one enemy at a time. I think we're gonna be okay, because I think these guys are a little bit low level for us now. Now that we're level 4. Now that we're a big old level 4, these guys aren't too bad. And look at that, we got patched cloth tunic. 5 armor. Is that better than what we have on? Yes. Well, there we go. Let's see it again. This is the old stuff. New stuff. It looks exactly the same. Yeah, absolutely no visual change at all. That's unfortunate. Like, part of the cool thing about getting any different piece of gear in an MMO is that you look different. At least for me, that's what it is. I even enjoy dressing rooming stuff that I know I'm not going to equip just to see what it would look like on my character. But yeah, it's always nice when you get a new piece of equipment and it's visually different, even if it's just like a color change. Like, it should have just been like a darker shirt. You know, that's what it kind of looks like. It looks like one of them is a lighter shirt and one of them will be a darker shirt. But no, they look exactly the same. Good times. What do we got going on over here? Eventually I'll find my way back to town, and it'll probably be by mistake. Is this town? I feel like, yeah. Maybe. Yeah, this has got to be, yeah, this is the main square, basically. Okay, so we headed out the western entrance. Okay, so we're heading west. When we want to go back, we got to head east. I don't see much point in going back until we have enough loot that we can sell and then be able to afford our level 4 abilities. Speaking of abilities, sometimes we get abilities when we level up. We didn't that time. Patched cloth pants. And some corrupted bone marrow. Lovely. Same thing here, I'm pretty sure. Like, yeah, we're... It's the same look. It's got 4 armor on it, so it's an armor improvement, but it looks exactly like our last pair of pants. I have to say, I'm happy this game finally came out to early access so that people can start playing it kind of en masse. And maybe it'll gain more awareness in MMO circles. But I'm kind of happy that I wasn't a person that like avidly followed the development of this game for the past decade. I'm glad it's always been something that's been on the back burner that I've been looking forward to, but not following super closely. Because when I do go back and look at stuff, I see how much the direction of the game has changed. And it's kind of crazy. It's obvious to say that the game had a lot of development setbacks. There were probably a lot of times in the last 10 years where they basically had to roll everything back to zero, back to the starting line, except for like ideas. You know, you make ideas, you make systems, you get to hold on to those ideas and systems. But when it comes to the actual like meat and potatoes of the game, like making the interactions, making the game world, making the abilities, this is obviously not a game that's been in development for 10 years or 8 years or even 5 years. This current build that we're looking at, I mean, this feels like it's been in development for about 2 years. And it really shows. So yeah, while I'm happy to be playing it now, and I really like what they're going for with the game, I'm happy that I wasn't someone who was following this from day one. Because I think for a lot of those people, they're probably not going to be super happy with the product as it exists today. Because again, it's not a game that has been developed for 10 years. This is definitely a game. This version of the game has been in development for maybe the last 2 years, if that. This is a game with obviously amazing concepts, like amazing ideas on like a way to make an MMO that's more of a classic game that's about the journey. But it's really rough. It's obviously very rough around the edges. I'm having a good time with it, but when it comes to like very basic things, like the fact that our weapons disappear every time we do an ability, like there's some stuff like that. Some of the animations obviously on a lot of the enemies are a little bit strange. So yeah, it's just obviously in like a really early state. Maybe the best thing for it is to have people play it and just continue to work on it, continue to make the game better. I think I might check out another class, because I really want to see if the melee weapon thing is something that happens on all classes or if it's just Paladin specific. Like, is it possible that I would play a melee class where I can see my weapon swings? Is that something that we could do? We're going to find out. Maybe we'll fire up a warrior. See how that goes. Warriors are typically always fun. And we can equip any weapons. I did make an elf. They started in a different area, and I was immediately overwhelmed. So I think I want to keep learning the human area, because the areas are going to be like a big learning curve for me, like learning where things are at and stuff. So yeah, I think maybe we'll go with a warrior or a monk. I just want to do like something melee. We could do a rogue. Yeah, I think that's like monk, rogue, dire lord, warrior. Let's go warrior. I mean, we know I'm going to check a warrior out eventually. So let's go. Put those here. Let's see what a warrior can do. Alright, so in our inventory we only have one ability. We have Kick. Deals physical damage to an enemy and grants 1 battle point. Ooh, sounds like a resource. Forward Swing. Deals damage to your target. Deals 10% bonus damage when positioned in front of the target. And Strike of Breaking. Gain a tactical advantage by breaking your target's will. Dealing damage and reducing their armor class by 4% for 30 seconds. Gain 2% armor per stack. By utilizing this advantage, stacks up to 5 times. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Now, we picked up a main quest. Like, right nearby when we started as a Paladin. Nobody here seems to have a main... I wonder if they'll have the same quest. Like, if I head up to the Paladin place, will I be able to pick up the quest for the skeletons? Also, I could have swore on the character... Oh yeah, there we go. Let's say on the character screen it showed us with a shield. Let's move this over here. Whoops. There we go. This is the one for the cultists. And then the lady over here had one for the skellies. She doesn't have one for us. Maybe it's a level thing, or maybe that was a class-specific quest. Okay. So then now all we have to do, we have to talk to the guy at the well to get trade skills going. All right, it's just a bug with every class right now, I guess. When we do the attack, the weapon vanishes. Okay. Well, apparently that's not going to be better no matter what melee class we go on. And I should not have attacked that rat so callously. Alright, well, if it's not going to change regardless of class, we'll just play the Paladin some more. And I'll just try to ignore it, and I'll just hope that maybe it's something that they get fixed. Because, yeah, I just wanted to see if maybe we could play a class where the ability swings happen. But apparently, right now, the answer to that is no, we cannot. I'm assuming a big bug like that, where like you don't even see your weapons, is probably something they'd want to fix immediately. But I guess we will see. And I probably will check out other classes in the fullness of time. If we're enjoying ourselves, then we'll probably check out other classes. I don't think I'll ever get like too tied down to one class until they do full release, but I would like to see more. I would like to see more, and I guess in the meantime we're gonna have to ignore some of the issues. Yeah, there's no way we have enough money yet for our next scroll. Let's go see how much it's going to cost us. That way we know what we're saving up for. Oath Flame. This is a targeted heal. So we don't really need that right away. It's almost 2 silver. Level 5, we get Edict of Celestial Might, a sacred word of power that pulls a target. Ooh, it pulls a target to us, so it's like a death grip. Well, like a light grip. And then Light Guard. Imbue your weapon with Celestial Light, parrying the next source of physical damage. Okay. So we got some cool stuff upcoming. Looks like the sun's coming out. I don't see any thugs over here. I'm tempted to go explore the house. Will that get me killed? Yeah, possibly. If there's anybody in the house, it will definitely get me killed. But let's go check it out. Yeah, as soon as I did that, a burglar appeared. So these guys are in stealth, aren't they? That's gotta be what it is. They have to be in stealth. It's gonna be a long run back to town to drop this guy. Unless they want to take him off of me. Maybe they picked him up. It might be a while before we know. They don't look to be chasing me. We're in combat still. Okay. We're still in combat. And once again, our inventory is full. Oh, we got apple trees over here, though. I need this apple tree. Maybe I gotta ditch something. I gotta do something with these crafting tokens. That would be great. How do I... Yes. We need apples for the quest. You know, maybe I should either find these trainers, these profession trainers, or maybe I could store these tokens in my bank. We did see like a main stone building that had a bank in it. So yeah, maybe if I don't want to do professions now, maybe I can store them. Whoops. I seem to have taken all my gold and deposited it. And now I don't know how to undeposit it. Where's the undeposit button? Oh dear God. Select a quantity. Select. So like, there is some way to get this money back, but I don't know what it is. Oh, that's so sad. Maybe one of you guys can tell me. But for now, there we go. I've tossed 8 silver into the bank that we'll probably never get back, and I managed to deposit the 2 crafting tokens. So that will free up a little bit more inventory space. You'd think there would be a withdraw button. You know, banks usually have a deposit, they have a withdrawal. And it's usually like pretty straightforward. There's like nowhere I could put this. Just throw it on the ground. Okay, well, unless you guys can let me know, that money might be there forever. And I guess we'll just have to live with it. But at least we freed up some inventory space. Oh, here we go. Here's another apple tree. If this one drops 10, then we should have everything we need. Or if it drops 5, rather. Well, there we go. That's quest complete. Turn that one in eventually. What is this over here? Ooh, a chest. A treasure chest. This will be our first chest. What is this? I will take everything. Tarnished axe, schematics for disciples headband, moon lily petals, tattered cloak. Yes. That put it on, but we don't have a cloak. Does the character just not change? Like, regardless of what we equip? I was hoping we would get like a cool, like, you know, like a tattered cloak. I was just hoping to have a tattered cloak on. I thought that'd be really cool. That's a schematic. We'll put it in our schematics list. Oh. So this sword has 3 physical damage, and the axe has 6. That's really good. The only problem might be we don't have any skill with the axe. We're at 1 out of 15. I'm not sure how that's going to affect its use. Really disappointed about the whole not showing a cloak thing. That's like the biggest excitement about getting a piece of gear sometimes, is seeing what it looks like. Obviously you want stats too, but... I will say I understand that the idea is to have a slower paced game. I don't think that means that it should take this long to skin something necessarily. I don't know how much time, how much like immersion that adds. I would say you could make it twice as fast, and I think most people would be okay with that. I don't think you'd lose anything by making that bar move twice as fast. It's a small thing. It's a small thing, and that's why I think changing it would be better. Because it wouldn't negatively impact anything. To have the gathering nodes gather just a bit quicker. Maybe, you know what, I'm gonna reserve judgment, because maybe that's the point of getting better items. I hope so. I hope this is the point of getting better items. If the better harvesting items increase this speed, then that's great. Then everything is perfect. If this speed stays the same and the better harvesting items simply allow you to harvest higher level materials, then I would say they should look at the gathering speed. Well, there we go. We got the apples. We got the potatoes finally. If only we could find a little bit more ore, we'd get that one done too. He says as he runs right by some ore. Okay, I'll take it. Well, there we go. That's looking good. We will turn those in the next time we have a full inventory. Oh man, my innate sense of direction is so bad. Like, I don't know if the walls ahead of us are the town. I don't know if the walls ahead of us are somewhere we haven't been. I have no idea. That's why I love maps. Maps are awesome. I think this is a new place. Like, I don't think we've been over here yet. None of this is looking familiar to me. These walls seem very tall, which also is not like the place that we were before. We have thrown fast regulars. I don't remember seeing anybody like that back at the other place. Yeah, we're coming upon something new. This looks like maybe it's the main capital city? Or just some kind of giant walls set up here for no good reason at all. I really, if it's not protecting something or surrounding something, I really don't know what the point of the walls are, unless it's kind of like a barrier between areas. Which it could be. This kind of narrows down. Should I be worried about what's over here? Like, potentially. Okay. We hit a zone. We hit a zone. I have a feeling we're not supposed to be here yet. Keep to the roads. Okay. But how can I not go check it out? Investigator Analysis. All around us are enemies of the crown of Amanthiel, Queen of the Burning Hearts. At this moment, I am conducting an investigation into one such threat. Proceed at your own peril, but do not interfere with my efforts. Yeah, I have a feeling we're not supposed to be here yet. I wonder where it would send us if I got myself killed. That might be the fastest way to fast travel at this point. Really the only way to fast travel. Well, that's kind of cool looking. I mean, there's more of like just the similar types of enemies we're used to. So maybe this is an okay area to be. Oh, of course our inventory's full. Why wouldn't it be full? Okay. I am tempted to just let myself get killed here and see what happens. But apparently that's not going to be as easy as it once was. Because apparently we're just kind of getting stronger. What are the odds that there's like any vendors anywhere nearby? Like, what about this house over here that I'm seeing? What's this about? And the last Luca. You're not a vendor. That's incredibly sad. The house is empty. That's even more sad. Okay, well, without really knowing the lay of the land or where we might find a vendor, I am gonna have to run back. I mean, eventually we're gonna have to find more vendors and more towns and stuff of that nature. But it's apparently not going to happen right now. If we want to head this way and actually explore around, we'll have to have a full inventory, or rather an empty inventory. And maybe we'll have to have another bag at that point. The bags seemed kind of expensive. This guy is a scribe, an enchanted quill. I don't suppose I could bother you for some help. You see, I am a traveling scribe of sorts. I create enchanted glyphs that aid explorers and travelers such as yourself. Or at least I used to. I was waylaid a few days ago by a group of goblins. There was a larger one with them who looked smarter than the rest. I managed to escape, but they got away with my supplies, including my enchanted quill. If you would be willing to help me track down my quill, I can help you in turn. To the west is the home of the orcs. A frigid land of snow and ice. You don't seem like someone who would be afraid of an orc, so I am sure that you will travel there at some point. The orcs don't seem to feel the cold like we do, but if you mean to travel there, my glyphs can help you withstand the icy conditions. But I can't create them without my quill. If you could face down those goblins and get my quill back, I would be grateful. That seems like we're gonna have to do that at some point. It's too bad they don't have a vendor hiding out over here somewhere. That would be really, really swell. I have gotten so hopelessly lost. I hope this is our bridge, but it doesn't look like it, guys. It doesn't look like the bridge I remember. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know. I would take any vendor anywhere. I don't even need to get back to town. I just need to find a vendor, ideally. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. Crossroads Supplier. Okay, man, I wish I knew where I was. I wish I had some kind of map. That would be really neat. I gotta basically sell everything, so... Rapid egress. 50% run speed. I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell everything for right now except quest objectives. He's got an 8-slot bag for 4 silver. I'm gonna buy this. Yeah, like how could I not? It's gonna be worth it. Now, if only I could figure out where in the heck we are. This is leading. This has gotta be like the main city. It's gotta be, right? I just picked a direction, we headed in it for too long, and now this is where we live. Will we ever get back to the trainers and stuff? Maybe if I die, we will. Maybe if I die. Like, can this guy kill me? Probably. Let's find out. Oh, thank God. Okay. Whew. I was worried that might put us into some strange place and we would never ever find our way back. Alright. While we're here, do we want to buy our level 4 stuff? Do we even have the money to buy our level 4 stuff? That's the heal. So we don't really need anything until level 5. I'm gonna grab these things. The heal we can grab. Did we skip the taunt? Yeah, okay, let's grab that. And then I think I'll grab the level 5 stuff. Well, we really can't afford it. So let's hold off. All right, let's go turn in the quest that we completed. That'll help with the inventory situation. So those are gonna chain into second parts. Harvest some blackberries. Okay, we've had blackberries before. 5 lumps of coal. We've been selling our coal, so we should be able to do that too. And 5 ash logs. Okay. I'm gonna have to pay a little bit more attention to which direction I run in. I have a notebook, and I need to bring my notebook to near my desk, and I need to be taking notes. Just maybe even jotting down the direction that I'm traveling so that I can actually get back and I don't end up hopelessly lost. I feel like I'm gonna end up drawing out my own maps. I feel like all we really did was we headed out this gate, and I followed the road for a while. And so maybe I just followed the road for too long. But that doesn't really make sense. So let's follow the road for a minute and just see where that gets us. Because I thought we went up this hill here, and I just kind of started to wander. Before I knew it, we were surrounded by giant walls that I didn't recognize. Really, I was just looking for some slightly more challenging enemies. And I thought we'd find them up here somewhere. Like regular flitterwing bats. Should be able to take these guys now. Or not. Maybe? We're just not hitting a lot. That could be due to the low axe skill. We did equip that axe. It's got more damage on it, but not if we're not hitting. The good news is we have a heal now. We can actually just heal ourselves flat out if we need to. So yeah, the road heads east. And I do see those big walls in the distance, so maybe all we did was follow the road really, really far. And so if we want to head back to town, we need to head west. If we're heading east, we're going away. If we're heading west, we're heading back. These recruits are humanoid enemies that don't have chevrons, so we should be able to handle them. Okay, but maybe we can't handle two of them. Okay. That guy wasn't elite. He had to punch us to death twice, just to make sure we understood that we were dead. I appreciate that. Alright, guys, I'll tell you what, I am going to take a break right here for today. I'm going to keep playing this game. It's in really rough shape. It feels like a game that's only been developed for 2 years, not for 10 years. But there's a core here. There's a kernel of a core. The concept, the idea, like the vibe they're going for, I really like. I really like the idea of just this more sandboxy, open RPG style, where we have to set our own objectives, where we can head out into the wilderness, we can just fight enemies, we can do some gathering, we can get lost, we can get killed. We can just kind of have a natural sense of discovery. At the same time, obviously, for me, this is like a very, very slow pacing, because it relies entirely on us to kind of set that pace, and I am going to proceed very cautiously. Seems like it's really easy to get into areas where you're in over your head, and I feel like there's probably a lot to do within the smaller areas. Like, there are entire areas nearby that are requiring a group that we haven't even done yet. And so I'm definitely not in a rush to run off and just see distant places. I feel like we've seen only the very surface of just this local area, and I'm really excited to see more. I think I'm going to try to hit level 5. And then once I hit level 5, we will go to one of those elite areas, and I'll just look for a group. So we'll go to where the deadly skeletons were, and we'll look for group skeletons. We'll go to where the bandits were, and we'll look for group bandits. And we will see if that works for us, because it does seem like the kind of game where, like, faster leveling, not faster leveling, but just like harder content, more challenging content, and better experience are going to be gated behind having a group. So yeah. I feel confident enough. We can probably tank for a group. We've got taunt. We've got a bunch of abilities now, including a heal. So we should be good. Hopefully next time we can hit level 5 and try some group stuff. Thank you guys for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts about Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. Let me know what you think. And until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.